Hello, all you divine, beautiful, unique souls. It is Sunshine here from Infinity Soul Connection and Soul Connection Seekers. Welcome and thank you for being here today. I am a medium, an energy worker, and a soul spiritual life coach and author. And I open up each week and channel with what spirit would like to share. So today, they're asking, like, what is happening? We have been through so much here on Mother Earth, right? A lot of different transitions, a lot of things happening, a lot of new energy coming in. And it's been going on for quite a while right now. Excuse me. Sometimes when channeling, they get pretty excited, and really use my voice there to get it out faster. But we are all divine souls having a human experience. So what is happening? And Spirit would like me to share some stuff that's personal today to help share and explain and maybe put a vision or a feeling to what is transitioning and what is happening. So I have been open all my life to Spirit, and that is very unique, and I'm very blessed and very grateful for that. I was a beck and call to Spirit. Didn't know, right? I didn't know any physical teachers, any mentors to let me know I can open up and I can close and to learn things and have healthy boundaries. I just knew I was connected to Spirit. I did believe until I was 21 years old that everybody was connected that way. I do past life work too with individuals. And past life to me is when there's like a health issue or something that we're not necessarily understanding in our lives that keeps coming up, or that we may have assistance with. So I myself, through experiences and transitions in life, have had the opportunity for myself to learn about different past lives when it is good for my soul to know that about myself. So coming to this physical realm on Mother Earth this time, my most challenging body and system has been my physical, right? We have different bodies and different systems. And I always just talk about the bodies, not the systems. The systems are actually in Infinity Soul Connection. We have physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, and ether, which are all energy. So I came in with cerebral palsy, learning how to walk, how to talk, how to work and coordinate my body. I had to connect my body to my brain and learn to speak. I know the words inside of me, but my mouth doesn't always work the same way to get it out. And I share that just as an example of my physical body being the most challenging for me. Also in this lifetime, I always had a really heavy sadness, a really heavy guilt, a really heavy shame as far as the state that Mother Earth is in. And I felt a big responsibility towards that, down to my core. And I had been healing that, which healing doesn't mean broken, that it needs fixed. It means moving forward to that, not being stuck in it, understanding it in a clear lens, a higher consciousness. So going back to past life work, and this isn't in order with me personally, but I was shown that before there was anything physical on earth, right? Just heaven, the divine, the God of your understanding, just there. Nothing in here, down here as the physical. We are divine souls having a human experience, so we lower our vibration and frequency to come here. There's nothing lower than us underneath this. We are the lowest density when we're here as human. And we're here to love, to heal, to evolve our soul. And Mother Earth has us here as guests to do that. But that being said, right, it can't be up there and then it just appears here. So my first lifetime was being on Earth when there was nothing as of yet physical. It was all energy. There was like no vessel, there was no temple, there was no trees, there was nothing solid, no form. It was very similar to how expansive we are in the divine. So it's kind of like, how's that going to work here? And I was part of that. And maybe you were too. But that is where the guilt and the shame, right? And having a challenging time in my physical came from this lifetime. There has been lifetimes in between. Is because look at the state Mother Earth is in, right? Look at the state that we are in as humans, right? We're caught up in that stress, that worry, that overwhelm, busy, 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 so we can't look within ourselves. We can be so disconnected to our soul connection, our being, our truth on whom we are. So we're not connected that way. And even when we're awake, and even if we've been awake our whole lifetime, we are still evolving and still waking up more and ever forward, moving forward. So the state of the earth cannot stay the same, right? It's been changing generation to generation. But may I ask, has it changed for the better? How many years has the wars going on? How many years has there been fear? How many years has there been hatred? How many, yes, we are divine souls having a human experience. And we know, right, we can't be perfect. If we were perfect, if we had to have no use on being here, we'd have nothing left to do. And we are going to have feelings and emotions that are lower vibration. And we need to feel those. We need to express them. And we need to love and honor and accept and acknowledge them. But the difference is not become stuck in it. Or fear is us, right? Or hate is us. We are going to have moments when we're angry, when we're frustrated, when we're so fucking pissed off. Yes, life isn't always going to be easy, but the difference is, do we let it become us, or do we move past that, right, into a higher consciousness? It's springtime. So when we plant a seed, or we see the leaves coming out on the trees, or like a new tree being born, or, you know, we're doing, you know, all kinds of seeds, we got to nurture them, we got to love them, we got to water them. We don't plant seeds, we don't get a renewal, we don't get a restart or rebirth to remain the same, or to have not have that seed flourish, not to be blossomed, right? To watch the stem and the leaves and the fruit blossom from that. How come some of us become stuck and disconnected? So the earth is changing. Our vibration and frequency as humans here in the physical are changing. What we have now cannot stay the same. And that is what's been happening. Right? War's been going on for years. Illnesses have been here for years, right? We're all, society disempowers us, instills us with fear, makes us rely on things outside of us. Now is the time for that inner warrior, that inner awareness that not to be reliable on anything else outside, to step into our empowerment, to be connected to our subtle bodies, our senses, right? The elements, our chakra systems, our aura, all be connected as one, because we are all one. We are from the same place. Things cannot remain the same. We are energy. Things are changing. And if you feel that things have been chaotic, or that you're getting like pushed, or nothing's working out, right? Is what you're doing working? Or does something need to change? We can't change others. We can only change ourselves. So the time is now. Believe me, I've been saying this for a long time. The time is now to fully step into yourself. You have no idea what that means. Have a conversation with me. Reach out to me. Let's just talk. If you're not too sure of what is going on in your life, connect with me. Let's talk, right? And if you have a teacher or a mentor or somebody that can guide you, reach out to them. What is happening is, like I say, we're the lowest vibrational thing here. But we're very dense, because I work with people here as much as I work with the divine. And there's nothing lower than us. We're taught that in religion, right? We're always getting judged. We're always watched. We're maybe always sinning. That takes away our disempowerment. That is not the truth. Say, for instance, we can probably all agree that Jesus is God's child, right? I believe in the God of your understanding, but let's say, talking religious, that God is, like, Jesus is God's child. And what was Jesus trying to show us? He was trying to show us that there's life. There's more after here on the physical, right? So if Jesus was God's child, I am God's child. You are God's child. There is no difference in Jesus and you and I. We all come from the same place, no matter what your belief system is. Jesus was trying to share and communicate. There is more than here. Have a belief system. Everything, that society teaches us is ass backwards. Birthday. Sing happy birthday, whatever your celebration is. Make a wish, but don't tell anybody. Tell everybody. Your thoughts bring things forward. You use your voice, the universe hears you. You're creating within the universe at all moments. Tell everybody what your wishes are. That is how you're going to bring it within. That is how you're going to open yourself to receiving. What about this? This? That? Bad? Actually, not at all. In sacred geometry, it's the most powerful healing finger. So those are just little examples on how we're brainwashed and conditioned to take away our empowerment. And we're so connected to other people's beliefs instead of our own. I just shared with you a lifetime, my first lifetime here, right? When there was nothing physical and there was others, right? In that, when it was just energy, which was very similar to the divine, and how I carried guilt and shame. When I share that we are going and having, and we can create a heaven here on earth, we can. We turn on the radio or we turn on the TV, right? Or the news. And what does it do? It brainwashes us. It all has these rhythms, and it has from years and years and years. But it instills us with fear. It does. And can you imagine if we turned on the TV, the radio, the internet, and all we heard was the miracles that everybody encountered on a daily basis? We all experience miracles on a daily basis. It's a higher consciousness, higher knowing. If that's all we experienced, we would be changing the vibration and the frequency on Earth. We'd be healing Mother Earth, and we'd be evolving in the physical. And that's exactly when I say evolving in the physical, all our chakra systems are changing. They have already changed. There's more chakra systems, they're higher. I've crossed people over all my life, but also I support people and their families in the hospital or in their home too when they're crossing. So I've always been able to see this little energetic upside down mushroom golden cord. And it typically would sit, I guess you'd say, below the belly button. And as people are passing, I can see it moving upwards more. Well, that it's not the same anymore. We are evolving with all these energies because we cannot remain the same anymore. So our physical body is evolving. It's rising up like we've never been in the physical before, and rising up so much in the physical. So that cord is a lot higher in us than normal, right? And our physical body hasn't quite caught up to that as of yet. But it will. But now is the time, right? To seek out, get answers, to waken. If you have coincidence, or if you see things or hear things or connect with spirit, or you've always wanted to do that, or just know what you're no longer doing is working, now is the time to connect with somebody that can support and guide you in the physical here, because we all are evolving. When all this stuff happened about what was transpiring in the world and the shutdown, I remember pulling off on the side of the road. I've always did this work, had people into homes or whatever it may be. And I pulled over, and I was very emotional because I could feel, and this was years, about 2018, the separation of people occurring. And that could be my family. That could be, we're all one family, but that could be my children. And that I knew that I had a mission more than what I was already doing, to help, to assist, to help humanity that way. So I did go in and create and come online for the Infinity Soul Connection. And I channeled that for a year from Spirit. Why? Because people could come in and they could have a session. If it was a reading, if it was energy work, if it was a massage, if it was house clearing, they could have a session and feel enlightened and feel different and feel connected at that moment. But going back out the door, right, into that old programming, into their normal life, I didn't want it to be a brief moment. I've always said it's not me doing the work, it's you if your soul's called that way. I desired to have something that people can use to change their lives, to understand themselves, to tap in, to be fully connected, to live with pure love, pure acceptance, a higher consciousness, to be able to shift out of that fear, right? That conditioned self, that comfort zone, right? To a learning, to a growth, to an expansion, to a higher consciousness, to live life to their fullest, to have peace, to have happiness, to have joy. We are here as divine souls to love, to heal, to evolve. So I'd love to know what you think about this in the comments, or reach out to me at infinitysoulconnection@gmail.com, or reach out to me on Messenger. We are all evolving. No ands, ifs, buts about it. Evolving physically here on Earth, right? I had that lifetime, many in between, right? That we're not talking about today, but I had that first lifetime. And there can be a vibration and frequency here on Earth, just like heaven on Earth. There can be, and we can evolve into that. It's just stepping into oneself. It's knowing that we don't have to do things alone, that we're always completely guided and supported. And we can connect that way. That is there waiting. It's absolutely incredible. I cannot imagine not having that in my life. But we need to, it's just like a relationship. We need to build trust. We need to understand it. We need to, communicate. And that is what I do, right? As far as having people know and find a way to trust. That's what Infinity Soul Connection is about, taking away all that fear, right? That's, witchy stuff. You don't want to get into that. That's not the truth, right? We are incredible. We are massive. We illuminate each other. The God of your understanding is within. You're not separate than that. The universe is within. We are all one. We all come from the same place. So let's move forward, right? Fully step into it. The time is now. I cannot express that what we know as of now, it's changing. The time is now to fully step in. People, I have goosebumps all through me. People and souls that have been healers, have been connected, they're constantly learning and will always be learning, right? We're here to, have our experiences, to have transitions, to have lessons and learn and grow from that and seek gold nuggets from that. We all illuminate each other. We are all healers, but people that have been doing this work for a long time. If there's messages out there and you keep hearing similar messages, then that is being spoken to you, because the time is now, right? To step fully into it. There has been preparation and communication for a very, for a while, and how things, and it's hard to communicate into words, like language, we make that up, right? Everything's vibration and frequency. But when I say it, the time is like now, right? When you hear other people say it, however they're saying it, please feel it. Please step into it. Please know, because there is preparation being taken, and it has been. And it's getting closer and closer in every moment. It's nothing to fear. It's very exciting. But the longer we resist it, or the longer we do not want to believe it, it becomes more chaotic, because this is what we're moving into. So I am sending you so much love. I love you, and you have a magical day. Bye-bye.